these it's interesting where gaming is going, because now we're seeing a lot of the power that we have in these consoles. It's starting to fit in our phone, our smartphone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's becoming very clear that we don't need this big box hooked up to it. Even things like like the Steam box is not very big. Plays games on it. It's a very lesser known console. It's like kind of like a download only thing through the Steam service. But it's basically like playing PC games on your TV. Apple TV, real inexpensive little box, and plays games as well. And it's like, okay, so where's the future for console gaming going to be? I'd like to see them get back to a point where they're focused more on the gaming experience and quit trying to be like the center point of the living room, because that's such a saturated market right now. Everyone's trying to do that. Go back to focusing on what you originally were, a box to play video games on and be a source of that type of entertainment. I don't need another way to watch YouTube. I've already got 10 ways I can watch YouTube right now, or movies. I don't need another way to watch movies. Just figure out a way for me to play some great games, and you can keep the cost down, and I'd be more likely to buy that system, and stop it with the exclusive titles, because when
you're turning people off. Well, that's what you're doing.
Even if there's a game I really wanted on the PlayStation series, I don't like their controllers. I don't like the hardware. That, to me, that is a bigger driving force of which console am I going to buy. Is do I like the controllers at all? And from after that, it's like, okay, well, what games are on it? But to me, that's the games are second. If I don't like the controller, if I don't like the way it feels, and I can't take it, my decision's already made. So that's why I've always gone with the Xbox. I like their controllers better. So those game companies that are making exclusive titles for whatever system or another, they're getting a nice check from that console maker to be exclusive, but they're losing my money. I would have gone out and bought whatever game, but it's not available to me, so they're not getting my money. It's just kind of weird that they're letting themselves get kind of stuck onto one console or the other. It'd be nice if the consumers could just have a choice of a console depending on the hardware itself. How fast is it? What other features does it have? And from there, whatever games that are available should be able to be playable on whatever hardware, and they should be able to play cross-platform. We really it's about time we really need to start seeing that kind of stuff happen. It's just ridiculous. Like, we've got the technology to make it happen.
Who cares? They're too prideful. That's the problem. It's all they don't want somebody playing. PlayStation doesn't want somebody playing on an Xbox against them, because they're like, oh, how am I making money off of that? Well, if they're paying money to get on your PlayStation Network or your Xbox Live, you're still making money off of them. What's the big deal? That's why there should be no exclusives, because then both companies make money off of the consumer, because that's all they're doing. They're trying to, it's like they're almost together, like, hey, I'll make this exclusive, you make that. We'll force them to try to buy both of our systems. Just let us play together. I mean, who cares? Like you said, the technology is there.
And if that's not bad enough, we're spending so much more money on on these consoles because they can do all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Then you buy the game, then you're spending $60 on the game. You're taking hours to download. It's cool, you can download it. It takes forever now, because
then you spend more money for a season pass.
Then you got to get the season pass. So you get the game, you start playing it, it's buggy, doesn't work, crashes. There's an update for it. I'll update it. So you wait for the update, and you play through the game like, well, it's okay. It doesn't feel like a full game. Oh, that's because there's additional content. Yeah, for another $100. You buy the season pass and you wait for it. It's not.
You can get more missions
right away. You're waiting for the rest of the game. So you've got $160 invested into one game, and you're not really even getting it all at one time. And it used to be kind of a cool concept of like, oh, cool, this game. We can add on more levels later on, but now it's becoming more of
It's annoying.
The game's not even done. The game that I'm buying initially doesn't even feel worth the money I've already spent, and to keep me playing it, they're going to try to sell me more levels. I might be inclined to do it just for the fact that, well, I don't want to waste my $60 investment so far. I might as well put another $20 into it to see if I might enjoy the game a little bit more. And at that point, if you're not enjoying it more, you're just mad because you've just spent so much money on a single game, and you feel like you've gotten an unfinished product. And I understand these games are way more complex now than they used to be, so you really can't compare it to, how it was like when they were making Pong. There's so much involved graphically. There's people that specialize in physics and lighting and textures and all that sound and all that sort of stuff. There's so much more that goes into these games, but you know what? Quit trying to have a release date for the holiday or for this particular day. Let's
or before a movie.
Blizzard, great game company. People ask them, when's your game going to be done? Like, well, when it's done. We're not going to try to have it done on a certain day. We don't want to rush anything. We want to deliver a finished product. And they still have updates and patches and things like that, but overall, they're not relying on the update process to fix their game later or to make it better or that kind of thing. I think the consumers are really getting the hard end of that stick here with the way some of these game publishers are treating it. EA seems to be the biggest culprit of that attitude. Just try to suck more money out of the. I don't like buying their games anymore because I just know it's a money trap. I know the game's gonna suck. It's gonna be half finished, and they're gonna just try to get more money out of me to sell me the rest of the game that should have been there from the get go.
Yep. The only EA game I have is Star Wars.
That was incomplete.
It was incomplete. I felt like there was just a few levels at the beginning. Now that they've got all that DLC stuff, if I had just waited, because now the thing's on pretty much clearance.
Yeah, well, that's what we got. We got it on clearance a couple weeks ago.
That's for like
$19.19.
Cost, we were able to get like everything, versus when it first came out.
Yeah.
They just knew like this guy's a Star Wars.
Well, I got that game for $8.
They'll spend their money.
Well, there's a reason why people are going back when they just released the Nintendo Classic, because people are itching for stuff like that. They
were great games, and
they're great games, and that's when they were games. Like you said, you want to get back to just games. I mean, and now they're going to release a Super Nintendo Classic that's going to be coming out within the next 6 months, because a lot of people like the Super Nintendo. Like Nintendo's like, all right, whatever. I'm going.
And
we're going for this now
because it's not. It's just going to play games. It's not going to play DVDs, MP3s, UFOs, HBOs, FBI's.
And it even has
none of that stuff is going to work in it. It's just going to play games. And so the price will be good. And
it's an HDMI cable. It's so it can hook up to anybody's new TV. That's all. The only thing they did.
That's all you need.
Got HDMI. That's all you need. Give me something to plug in. I mean.
Thanks for listening to my rant, by the way.
I liked your rant.
Feel very passionate about it.
You should have added.
The video game industries. I think they're going to be in trouble if they keep going down this road, because I think people are going to be. They're just going to be getting fed up with spending money again. On this stuff.
Pretty much. It's just where they're going is if they don't. They're just going to be home computers is basically what they're turning into. I mean, with the power,
PC game market is loving it. I think they're just loving it. PC gamers that have stuck with their computers,
their PCs,
shunned the consoles. They're laughing at the people like us that are playing the console games. It's like, well, we've never had to deal with any of this, and it's very true. It's a completely different market.
No, their games basically they're done when they get them.
They pick the hardware they like, and they pick the games that they like, and
they're done. They're done, and they're playing
together. I think, aside from the graphics cards can kind of dictate what game you're able to play.
That's true.
And the hardware tends to be a little more expensive on the computer gaming side, but there's just the customization options are a little bit more, so you can kind of spend what you want. And then you're going to get the quality that you've invested in with that.
I just need a system that can play Rad Racer and let me freaking go crazy, man. That's all I need. That's all I need. Just come on, gaming companies, give me some of that old school stuff that we loved. Just make us the games that we like. Let us play whoever we want to play against, and let's just go. Stop with us all this Blu-ray and this has got HBO Go on it. Wow, great.
Okay.
I can do that myself. I don't need you. I can do it on my Apple TV. I don't need you to do
feeling this next round of game systems we're going to start seeing. I'm hopeful anyway that they've learned their lessons. You know, they're going to they're going to be trying to do stuff that I can't really do on my phone. You know, of course, even some of the VR stuff you can actually do on your phone with the proper goggle attachment thing. But, I think that's going to be there we go.
There you go.
But I think that does seem to be like the big focus of these game consoles coming out is going to be being able to do the VR thing and do it well, and how innovative are they going to be able to be with it. So I'm curious to see what they come up with. I'm hopeful. I'm not really expecting much. I'm expecting it to be everyone to have something really gimmicky at first. And
PlayStation has one.
No one's going to want it, or it's going to, not that many games are going to
too expensive though.
And they're going to, then fall back to something a little bit more reasonable.
Which they should do. Just
we'll see.
Make it like the good old days, which was only literally like 4 years ago.
Those were the days.
Those were the days.
I'm waiting to play that game.
Miller played All in the Family.
All in the Family, the game.
Sounds
that would be awesome. Oh, eat it, just get me a beer, huh? That would be awesome. That's how the game starts. Meathead out of my chair. For those of you who are
Archie, I love you.
For those of you under 35, you're gonna have no idea what we're talking about. and that's sad.
I think it wraps it up for this episode. Thank you all for staying with us. This was a pretty long episode this time.
But it was a good one. Just remember, up, down, down, left, right, BA, select, start. That's all you'll need to know in life.
That's right.
And the fact that I can beat Mike Tyson's Punch-Out from start to finish and not having to use a code or an extra life. Thank you.
Or a Game Genie.
Or a Game Genie. or a Power Glove, or a mat that Matt cheated on to play track and field.
But or a walkthrough guide.
I mean, just remember, it's action time, because that's what we are.
That's right.
We are. It's action time. And that's what you do when you play video games. You guys should all start yelling out, "It's action time," and hit start and play that game. You're welcome.
Select, but after hitting up, up, down, down. You get the idea.
You guys get the idea. Thank you for watching.
Be sure to hit like. Be sure to subscribe while doing up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, BA. And we'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time.
Next time.
Okay.
That was an hour 15.
Yep, that's what I asked.